I'm Tilmann Meyer-Faje. I'm actually from Germany, but I'm living in Amsterdam, studied there, working there, atelier there, and since a while I've been making architecture construction with ceramics, as I do here as well. See. I had already on that trip to just execute this regional industrial process of making buildings, but there's always the variation on it, and so what I'm doing here in Košice is just the next step on my personal logic development, but I think it fits very well to here because this architecture is already obvious to Košice, and that might be the reason why they are writing me. I started in that time to think about not making a single object, but take the chance of this residence to design one whole installation where also the tables where it's on and the object really come together to one thing, but not only one object but all objects. As you see here in the back, this is a tryout of how I want to set them, and for the first time of my sculptures I, for example, designed the table first. With my sculptures I try to be more direct with this, because I think a lot of architecture is doing this anyway, but this is a bit more real reality, because I also, how I say in English, yeah, just do it. I don't try to design something nice or something. I don't think too long about proportion. Should that be exactly now the size of buildings here in Košice or something? No, it doesn't matter. It's just a square and a window and a pile, and that's it. The whole fascination comes indeed from my first visit in the Soviet Union. That's already a very long time ago, because it was 1989. So I was so impressed about that idea that half of the world is designed like that. So that I keep on watching it. And so I visited the last years several former Soviet cities, that's true. And yeah, it's still a very dominant phenomenon, because such huge people have to live in this skeleton still. And that's I'm observing already for a while, that's true. For me, personal behind this is the idea that actually our whole environment is really dominated by industrial processes. If we think we really design something, the question is how much we design. Actually, we only make a selection of given industrial components. If we look around us, we switch the light on, the ceiling, everything, the bed where we sleep on, everything comes from machines who are just executing. So there is no way of return, because we all live on that. All the food we eat, everything is really industry. Without industry, we also can't survive anymore. And what I like to find with my work is that these industrial automatic processes create also their own dynamic, because also even the industry is not perfect. So there is always a kind of mistake coming in. That's what we can see with these buildings, because buildings are never precise. There are always these rough parts in it where it starts to rotten, where the water comes through. They are also permanently aging, or they also never perfect planned. This is a perfect plan to build all these tower blocks in a short time. But there's always something going wrong. But what's going wrong doesn't have to be bad. It also creates a kind of aesthetic, and we also lean real functions on it. So a city, for example, which will be totally perfect, will be also a very boring city. So there has to be also something wrong. So that's also good, actually. And also these buildings, which are seriously on purpose wrong, in my opinion, are looking not so bad. They are even nicer, because they just show how they are made. In Košice, the architecture is less rough than in Soviet Union. I guess that the people here were higher educated, so there were more skills to make them pretty okay. Because if you go to some Soviet places, this kind of things is real, right? It's incredible how rough the building can. And of course, the buildings here, they are mostly renovated, but still, if you see the old one, they are in a much better shape than in a lot of other places. But that's, I think, why this work still fits to here. This aesthetic, which I want to get, that here comes a facade, and then these rotten lines comes through. I saw several times in Košice. And that's something which you always get back again. And that's a kind of irony. How more you try to hide it, how more it also will come. Because for me, it sounds not too logic to put all styrofoam on it and just these very soft hiding things. After 10 years, it also will break. It will. Yeah. It is the nature.